What's the best way to tell a girl that wants a relationship that you are not ready to commit? Been dating her for 6 months, still trying to play the field.
That's a long time.
Well, you gotta, at that point, if you don't want to be exclusive after 6 months, that's just a girl in your practice squad and you don't care that much about her. And so you need to tell her that I like you, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not looking for a relationship. I just want to be friends with benefits. I'm not interested in offering you anymore. Don't make her think that maybe 6 months from now, or an additional 6 months from now, that you'll be willing to get exclusive with her. But just keep in mind, if you're going to do that and keep her as part of your rotation, there's a time limit on it, especially if she's looking for a relationship. Eventually, some point, she'll realize that you're not down for that, and she'll start dating somebody else. And oftentimes, what I see, if that's the only girl that you're dating, and then she decides to go off with another guy because you didn't want to become exclusive, because rejection breeds obsession, then all of a sudden the guy becomes obsessed with trying to lock her down. Oh, I got to get her back. She's the love of my life. And the thing is, when they do get her back, within 90 days, they're right back to the same place and they don't want to be with her anymore. So don't lead a woman on and don't waste her time if you know you don't want to be with her.
Oh, Kareen, my girl complains about not enough sex, but she doesn't initiate. Kind of confusing and frustrating sometimes.
Well, tell her. Say, well, you should initiate more. Just come over and grab my cock. Give it a nice little massage. And so it starts growing a little bit. And because us guys are pretty easy to get turned on. Tell her to come over when you get home and pull your pants down, give you a nice blow job. Here's a beer. And then when the meat missile gets ready to launch, she can jump on you and ride you like the wild stallion.
Well, if she's wanting the sex, why don't you just, go over to her and start
Give it to
kissing
her,
and give
man.
it
Lay the
to her?
pipe. You
Yeah,
got to bone her
if she's
properly, dude.
wanting it, give it to her. After my first date, I showed weakness and neediness, but she was eager and patient to let me change. She ghosted me right before our second date. Shall I send her a letter letting her know if she changed her mind to call me?
Nope. Because dating is like tennis. You hit the ball over in the net and she didn't hit it back. So what you notice there is this is women don't want to hurt your feelings. You knew you were being kind of weakness, showing weakness and neediness. And I don't know if you had a long talk about it or whatever, but she says, "Oh, I'm totally patient, no problem. Take your time." She didn't really mean that. She didn't want to hurt your feelings, but it's clear it looks like you dried her up to the point where she didn't want to go out with you anymore. That's why she just ghosted you. She didn't care. So I would say read the book and learn what you're doing wrong on dates so you don't keep turning women off for the same reason.
Alex Garcia, why do you think women badmouth you with family and friends after a breakup? And if they decide to come back, how do they fix all the things they said?
Well, I've never had that happen because I'm usually, with the exception of one girlfriend, I've been on good terms with all my exes. But if they did talk a bunch of shit and they start coming back after no contact, and at some point, like say say you guys been dating for several months and now you're officially back together, then whoever she did the shit talking to, well, she's got to fix that. So if she badmouthed to your mom or your brother or your friends or whatever, she's gonna have to talk to those people and admit that she was just hurt, she was mad, she was angry, she was lashing out, and she's very apologetic for it because she's got to fix that. She's the one that dropped the turd in the punch bowl, so she's gonna apologize to the people who drank the tainted punch.
Drink the Kool-Aid. I met a girl at a conference. We hooked up and everything was great. The next week, we met at another conference near her family reunion. I linked up with her there. No sex happened, and we went on a couple dates. I may have shown too much interest. She texted when I landed in California, but I've been left on red for my witty reply for 72 hours. Should I fall back or ping in August?
I say it all the time. Don't crack jokes through text with a woman that you just met. And the other thing is, you're going to a family gathering of hers when you had one date. No group dates until she's in love. and she's your girlfriend. Yeah, so the guy who got left unread, dating is tennis. If you texted her or called her and she just never reached out, I would say more than likely she's probably lost interest. Maybe the sex wasn't very good, or maybe some of her family or friends that were at the family gathering didn't like you and you got cockblocked by them. This is why you don't do group dates. So you violated multiple principles in the book. Again, the things are in there for a reason. So if you go violate the principles and then you get ghosted, well, I told you. I done told you. It's laid out in the book, and the book is free to read in the members area of the website.
She broke it off about 4 months ago. She became cold and distant. I didn't follow the principles, confronted her, and she broke it off. She reached out 2 weeks ago and ghosted again.
Well, she was probably just reaching out to see if you were interested or still interested, which you obviously communicated you were, and then she just blew you off. So that tells me things are not going well with whoever she's dating, and she's wondering who she can potentially date and hook up with as a rebound. And you validated that you're still open. So if she reaches out again in the future, try to set a date. And if you get the same response, then from that point forward, every time she reaches out, it's just like it says in Seven Principles Get an X Back. Send 2 to 3 text replies and then say, hey, I gotta run, talk to you later. And never bring up getting together again until or unless she brings it up first. Again, that's all laid out in Seven Principles Get an X Back. But if you don't follow it, you shouldn't be surprised things got fucked up. I had multiple decades to perfect this stuff. So if you want to try to reinvent the wheel, yeah, good luck, dude. Corey Wayne, thank you so much for everything. I finally met a woman that has high attraction to me, and it is night and day difference. I can't believe I put up with so many shitty relationships before now. Wow. I've been telling you, I done told you. Once you date a woman that's like that, I mean, again, watch the videos, the podcast we did with Katie. It's like, even after all these years, there's a soul connection between us that I can talk about it and I describe it, but that was what was really wonderful of her to come and answer you guys' question. And those are in the members area on my website, plus on YouTube, and they're on Spotify if you want to go check that out. So, because again, that's just something that everybody could see. When there's a connection, it's beautiful. That's why you got to keep searching and keep working until you find somebody that lights you up in the inside, and you do the same for them.